somebody that when you see someone like Stevie Ray Vaughan, do you get intimidated and put your guitar down, or does it make you pick your guitar up?
Both.
Both? Okay.
I think it does two things. Like just say, for instance, when I went and saw the Allman Brothers, like everyone there was either stoned or drunk except me, because I wanted to see the masters at work, and I wanted to remember Warren Haynes and Derek Trucks, everything about it. And Warren messed up a few times, and I was like, "Oh shit, Warren messed up." I was like, "He's human," but it makes you feel it's like, wow, he's just a dude,
Yeah.
But like I would watch them, and then I'd think about it, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna throw my guitars in a wood chipper. And then, but at the same time, when they heard whoever they heard, Hendrix or whatever, to get better, you got to try things you don't know. So
exactly. I tend to be somebody who, if I see somebody better than me or somebody that just blows my mind, like for a long time, I was really into Jeff Beck when he released that Ronnie Scott's video, or not video, but concert album, whatever. And I saw him at House of Blues, and I had another guitar player friend there that told me, I'm just going to throw my guitar away after watching that. But I just had to learn what he did. I could be competitive like that, where I have to, just learn everything they did and then surpass them, even though I never do.
It's definitely motivational.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Like,
for sure.
I get that way though when I go to a concert or something, and I'll see whoever it is, name the country guy singing, and I'm like, man, I can do that. I can entertain this crowd just like that, dude. I'm like, I wish I was in his spot, just so I could test my metal.
And see how it feels.
Yeah, like to be on stage at Blossom, I couldn't imagine looking out on just the sea of people and just.
It's unbelievable. I honestly,
your music, you know what I mean? Like songs I wrote, that would be so cool.
I've been emotional at concerts before. Because, you see guys up there, and especially when they look out and you can see the look on their face and they're getting choked up because they might be new, up and coming, and like at these big rock festivals, and they get their chance to shine and they're up there playing, and you're thinking to yourself like, man, I wonder what the hell that feels like to be up there and look, and there's just like 50,000 people and they're all pumping their fists in the air because you told them, let's go, pump your fists in the air. It's like Simon Says, and you're in charge right now. And then you see them like getting emotional. That gets me like choked up, like, holy shit. Like I would love to do that, but I feel like I'm lazy. Like I hear things that motivate me and I'm like, ooh, I like that. I want to try it. And then I'm like, I can fake do it like this instead.
Yeah.
And then it kind of never goes beyond that. I'm like, I can kind of do it and get away with not doing it.
When I play though, like with the crowd, the energy exchange, not so much with my acoustic act, but when I was with, the Morning After band and Uncle Lumpy, playing the songs we did, and just, you get, I'm sure you guys experience it with your bands. It's the energy the crowd sends back to you that you put out. It just, that exchange of energy is what it's addicting. It's
awesome.
I mean, I tell people it's better than sex, and everybody's like, well, you're doing sex wrong. But I'm like, man, I was like, but you've never been on stage with, like, when, you've actually, John, you got to play Dancing on Main Street.
Oh, yeah.
When there's 12, 15,000 people. And, when you're up on stage and everyone's staring at you and you're just up there trying to entertain them. You're trying to get everyone in the audience to get off, and it's just like, it's just so cool, like the whole process of it. I mean, I get chub thinking about it every time I do it. And it's like, I did that. I mean, you guys got to do it a couple times, John, which is awesome. But I got to do it once, and it's like, man, it was just so cool. Like,
it was great. Granted, it rained maybe 3 of the times we played it, or 2 maybe. But the times that we got to hang out on stage, that was definitely probably the highlight of my music career. Besides maybe playing House of Blues, but even House of Blues wasn't that much fun because I didn't have just like a swarm of people. Like, and it was like what Joe said is like, if I told them to clap, they would, just because they were there drunk in the street. Rest in peace, Dancing on Main Street. Bring it back.
So,
Amherst, bring that shit back.
Yeah.
You guys are stupid for doing that.
Come on, Amherst, get your fucking shit together, you sons of bitches.
I mean, for real though, that was like the one thing you could look forward to was like, everybody getting out and drinking and hanging out, walking around to the bars.
No,
it was great so fun. That night was great for the bars.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and just so much fun having a concert live like that.
Yeah, I don't even need my band to play there. I don't care. That's fine. I actually
thought any band. Honestly, any good band.
The last time we played there, I honestly thought I was like, somebody else should play this next year because this is a lot of fun, but I've done it 5 times now,
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when we headlined the Fish Festival in Vermilion for 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
And I was just, we call it headlining Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, we need to get some new blood up here because,
it gets
let
old.
some other, let some other act get in on
it
there.
gets old. Yeah.
Well, when you're good, you're good. When you're the best at what you're doing and they want you back, then they ask you to come back, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I guess you're right. You're right. But at the same time, I mean, we're lucky. We live in a very culturally rich music area. Like, we've got blues, we've got country, we've got rock. Like, Twisted Halo is the best rock band around.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I bang, you guys tear up all that 80s dance, and you know what I mean? Like, all the stuff you do. You guys are awesome too. Even less than 88. I mean, shit, you can't help but dance. I'm half crippled with a bad hip, and I'm just kicking my ass when you guys are playing. So
that's what makes me jealous, because with Twisted Halo, like, obviously we've got some of the dancey 80s stuff, but like less than 88, man. This summer,
all dance music.
It's all dance music. They played at the Palace under the marquee this summer. Social distancing, of course, and safe, but people were dancing on the sidewalk like all night. Like, every song that they play is just like, they're all the top, like, fun dancing, like, partying songs,
Yep.
That's what's cool.
It was fantastic. Yeah. Mike, have you thought about getting together with a band again anytime soon?
all I can say is that as soon as COVID is over, I will have an announcement.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
All right.
On my band career. Once COVID's over, I'll have a special announcement to announce something about bands.
Right on.
You're going to finally start your disco project?
Yeah. Gonna do my electric, Amish electric techno.
Well, we'll have to have you back on when you're ready to make that announcement.
Yeah, as soon as COVID's over and bands can get back into bars, I'll have a huge announcement. So
cool. Did Rob and Brian ever play together?
Oh yeah.
All right. Did he get to play underwear football in the parking lot?
No, that was strictly a morning after tradition.
That I've heard some great stories about the morning after band.
Yeah, I'm sad I never got to see it.
We've got some cool stories.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to bring Brian on, because I've heard some of them and they're pretty funny.
Yeah, Brian's been in a few of them. That's for damn sure. I could tell you a couple of them without breaking national security if you got the time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got a phone call one time from Rosie at the train station, and she said, well, someone broke in last night, and the only thing they did was destroy your drums. And I was like, oh, no, are you serious? And I'm just like, no, that's the way Brian left them. So at the end of the night, we played our last song. Brian decided to just stage dive into his drums and just demolished them. He was picking up his hi-hat and smashing it into a snare, and oh my God, just going bananas in the middle. He went, just destroyed the entire thing. We all tore down our shit, and Brian left his drums. Rosie thought somebody broke in and destroyed his drum.
That's amazing.
And,
that's great.
So that was that one time, and then you mentioned the underwear in the parking lot that was at the Pump in here, or Sandusky, and we had played that night, and it was funny because back then there was another band, really good country band called Lonesome Pony. They were the top country band in the area. They came out to our show, and the Cocoa Beanos came out, and we were all hanging out together drinking. And the guys in Lonesome Pony were big Jaeger drinkers, and they all went to the bar to get them a drink, and they were going to buy us a drink. And the bartender said, well, we're out of Jaeger. And they're like, what do you mean you're out of Jaeger? And they're like, the fucking band drank it all. And they're like, what? There's like four or five bottles usually in this. And they're like, yeah, they drank all of it. So the four of us are up on stage. Who knows what kind of music we're making at this point, because we were all just absolutely, this was in the younger stage of the band when all we wanted to do was play loud and get drunk. So we're all up there, and they come up and they made friends with us because they're like, I cannot believe you guys drink all the Jaeger, like you're the coolest band ever. So the Cocoa Beanos are there, we're hanging out with all those guys, and we're partying and doing all this and that. And then at the end of the night, everybody leaves, and we get our bar tab, and it's $60 more than we made. And so at the time, I had a pregnant girlfriend. Joe's married, Kevin's married, and Brian, of course, is not married. And
that's like the summer of '69.
Well, yeah, but we all got in trouble, all the married people, because we didn't bring home any money that night from the gigs. I can still remember my girlfriend at the time, pregnant, was just like, "What the hell? We need diapers." And I'm just like, "I'm sorry, the devil made me do it." But at the end of the night, we were way too drunk to drive home, and we weren't trying to, get in any trouble. So we decided somebody had a football in their car, so we started playing parking lot football at 3 a.m. And then a bass player, to be not mentioned, decided to strip down to his skivvies and go across Route 4 butt naked doing cartwheels. And there was a lot more fun stuff going on that I can't talk about, but yeah, that was just, yeah, we had some good times. That's for damn sure.
That's some real rock star shit right there. I'm kind of jealous, man. Twisted Halo never played football in our underwear. We never played football in our underwear.
Well, you guys are getting back together this April, so
we are Twisted Halo back together at the.
I'll bring the pigskin.